This coronavirus thing, it's the end of the world as we knew it.
Well, I'm not going to go near that one. I've been warned.
This is really about the future. So I want you to pay attention. I don't care where you live in the world, because I think this is clear a vision of the future as possible. Watch the video, because otherwise words will not do it justice.
Millions of people are now losing their jobs. They're losing everything. And when you look at, the worst advice is go to school and get a job, because in the information age, with Uber is not, you don't need to be an Uber driver because Uber doesn't need you. And one of the biggest employers are trucks. So all these truck drivers, who are going across the country and all this stuff, they don't need you. They can put something in there, and artificial intelligence will drive the truck for you. So the explaining with drones, you don't need pilots. A pilot in the Marine Corps, and I went to Pensacola, Florida, where I was trained, and they said we don't need pilots anymore. But instead of these big rooms where drone pilots said they can fly a number of drones. This is not the only time this has happened. It destroyed Zimbabwe. It's destroying Venezuela right now. Destroyed Greece, and in modern times. And then World War II was created because the Weimar Republic, Germany, printed too much money. Same thing we're doing today. And when they printed so much money, they went to hyperinflation. And hyperinflation is an age-old story where a guy goes to the grocery store with a wheelbarrow full of money, and he runs in the store to go buy, or she runs in the store to buy some food, and he or she comes out, the money was still there, they stole the wheelbarrow. And I think really that's the lesson that people should listen to there, is the wheelbarrow is more important than your money. So we can know that. And throughout history, as the Romans have done it, they put fake metal inside coins. Nothing's changed. So it's not a new phenomenon. So what's going to happen if it keeps going up? The U.S. may default on its bond. The default means we can't pay you. And so that's why many countries now, different central banks like Bank of Japan, Bank of China, European Central Bank, they get a little spooked at the U.S. because we keep printing more money. They don't know if we can pay our bonds. And that's what happened in September 2019. A shadow banking system went through. So I thought it was interesting that the Fed now rushes in to bail out the banking system you cannot see, and COVID virus pops up. Like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But I'm not going to go near that one. I've been warned. I don't know how long they're going to keep printing money and how much longer they're going to keep paying people to stay at home, and that's coming. But what's happening is the Fed is they're now saying to every company we're bailing out, like United Airlines or General Electric and all this, because the corporate sales ran their companies into the ground, like Boeing. When the Fed bails out Boeing, they're going to take part ownership of the company. That's communism. So right in front of our eyes right now, we can see capitalism, socialism, and communism. That's what I'm concerned about. And the average person without financial education from our schools can't see it. They can't see it. So that's the future.
If you have this idea of go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, and invest for the long term in the stock market, that's old. That's your prison. It's what people have put into your head. And so Kim was saying, she was driving in today, and people are standing in the parking lots looking for jobs. But they're still operating on the old. And so a rich dad it's been really tough being Chicken Little, saying the sky is falling, the sky is falling, the sky is, well, the sky fell. This coronavirus thing, it's the end of the world as we knew it. We know it. And it's about time people grow up, So that means instead of trying to be an employee and have somebody take care of you, it might be an opportunity to grow up and take care of other people, to hire people, to provide jobs rather than look for a job. And that's my point of view. The problem is our school system doesn't provide you that education. They're still brainwashing you into becoming an employee or a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant, heaven forbid, And as I don't know if you know this, but accountants and lawyers are obsolete already because you don't really need them with artificial intelligence coming along. So our school system is obsolete, but so are the ideas in your head. So people call me a pessimist. I'm actually an optimist because I can see the future, and the future is very bright, but you have to let go of old ideas. Grow up. That's really the message from Rich Dad. Now, I know I piss a lot of people off when I say that. Well, you have no idea how hard it was for me. You have no idea how hard it is. I said, you have no idea how hard it is for Kim and I. We've been sued for $30 million. We've had people lie, cheat, and steal inside our company. So it hasn't been easy being an entrepreneur. So if you want it easy, go get a job with the government.